Hey friends, let's make some fake loaves of bread that are going to be super cute for your bakery style kitchen or for a bread bakery setup in your kitchen decor. So first things first, you'll need some toilet paper rolls or a paper towel roll. I don't have an empty paper towel roll at the moment, so I'm going to just tape these together like this to make it longer. And I'm just going to use packing tape for that. So this is going to be like the base for the long loaf of bread. So like a baguette or a French loaf, something like that. This will help us to not use so much clay. So then the next thing, I have some tissue paper. I'm going to stuff that right into the end here. And that'll help give the structure for the rounded ends. So I'm going to do that on both ends. You could also use, if you don't have tissue paper, you could use paper towels or newspaper. Get creative. You could even use aluminum foil or wax paper or something like that. So now I have some foam clay. I'm going to add some antique white just to give this a little bit of a base color. And then just mix that in until it's all mixed in and all one color. So now I'm going to roll out my clay. I want to make it long enough to go down the whole length of this, and then I want it to be wide enough that I can wrap it around. So now I'm just going to wrap it. And then I'm going to fold these ends over. Then just kind of push everything together to cover up the seams. And then just use your fingers and you can smooth out any of these details that need to be smoothed out. Now, if you make your clay thicker, you can, make this like a wider loaf or a bigger loaf. This one's about the size of a baguette. So I'm going to use a popsicle stick and I'm going to make some slits in this. And then I'm just going to take the popsicle stick and kind of separate that clay where I made the slits. And now I'm just going to take my fingers and kind of just make this look more refined. Kind of bring in the ends a little bit. Okay, so I think that looks pretty good. Now I want to make a round loaf, and then we'll go in and do all the shading and painting of this. So for the base of this one, I'm going to use a tissue paper ball. And I'm probably going to have to layer a little bit to get enough in there. I want to use as little clay as possible. I think that should give me a pretty good base, and that was 2 large sheets of tissue paper. And I'm just going to do the same thing, add my antique white and mix that in. So when I roll this one out, I'm going to roll it in as close to a circular pattern as possible because I need it to wrap around that ball of tissue paper. So then I'm going to put my tissue paper in and just wrap this around. If you end up with a lot of excess down here, you can definitely pull some of it off and save it for another project. So then I'm just gonna shape it. And then on the bottom, the same thing, you just wanna smooth out all these wrinkles. So for this one, I'm gonna do an X pattern across the top. And then we're gonna do the same thing, just kind of separate the clay here. And then again, just use your fingers to soften things up and get it in the shape you like. I'm kind of pinching in toward the end of the X, so it's wider up here toward the middle. Okay, so let's get ready to shade. So first I'm gonna start out by using some classic caramel. So I'm gonna put some of this on my brush and then I'm gonna wipe it out so that the brush is pretty dry, and we're just gonna dry brush this on. I'm not going inside of these indentations. So I'm gonna do this over the whole loaf on both of the loaves. Now I am making sure to get right along this ridge right here though. So not going inside, but getting right along the ridge. We'll do some stuff to the inside in a little bit. It is easier if you paint the bottom side first. I figured that out on the first one. Also, I am painting this while the clay is wet. Now, I would recommend that you wait for the clay to dry. A lot of times people ask me that, and I usually, if I can, paint the clay while it's wet just for the sake of not taking 2 days to make a video. So you can paint it while it's wet, but you're gonna get indentations and things as you hold it that you're gonna have to fix. So just keep that in mind. It's easier if it's dry, but it can be done either way. So now I wanna add a little bit of darkness to this so that we can make some of the areas look a little bit darker brown. So I'm gonna add just a drop of burnt umber. And then I'm just gonna go across these edges of the X on this one, wherever we made the indentations on both of them. I'm just going to darken those up along the edge. And then I'll just put a little bit of this in some areas just to make it a little darker. Making things look realistic is kind of about layering the colors and just working with it until you get it to look like the real deal. And then I'm also going to go in very lightly in this area and just kind of put a little bit. You can do this with the classic caramel or the other mixture that we just made. You just want this to have a very slightly dark look, but not much, because that part usually stays quite a bit lighter. And then I'm going to do the same here on the long one. I love how cute these turned out. These are going to be perfect. Now, I was thinking it will be fun to make some fake butter to go next to this. And so for the butter, the foam clay is going to be a little bit hard to get to that really nice sharp shape. So I'm going to use this Crayola air dry clay. So we just need to condition the clay. And then I'm going to roll this out into a log. And then I'm just gonna use my clay blade and I'm gonna just cut each side so that I get like a nice square shape. And then the bottom's flat because it's up against the surface. So I'm just gonna kind of go on each side and press it against the surface. Now this is an air dry clay that dries hard. So unlike the foam clay, this isn't gonna be like the spongy light feel. This is gonna be more of like a hard clay. And then I'm gonna cut like a pat of butter off so I can display it like that too. So I'll have the stick and then one pat of butter. So for this one, I'm gonna use pale daffodil, and then I'm gonna add a little gloss Mod Podge to that so it'll have that glossy butter look. And I'm gonna add a little antique white just to tone down the yellow a little bit. And then I'm just gonna paint this whole thing. And you can see when this dries if you need to do a second coat. One coat might be enough, but just see how it goes. Now, there was one more thing I wanted to do to the bread that I forgot about. I'm just gonna leave this one as is, but I was noticing on a lot of real loaves of bread, there's like some flour on these round ones. So I'm gonna add a little flour on it. So I'm gonna use my matte Mod Podge and just in these areas here, I'm going to add a little of the Mod Podge. And then I'm just going to put some baby powder on. So I think that looks really cute. You could also do the same on the long one. I just wanted to show you the difference so you can decide what you like the best. These are going to look so cute in my kitchen. I have the perfect spot to display them. If you also want to make like a cut slice of bread with jam on it, be sure to watch this video right here. Thank you so much for crafting with me today, and I'll see you in the next video.